Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's in his 7th season for the Philadelphia Eagles out of South Dakota State University. 9th fastest guy in the NFL.
Whoa.
Wow. 9th fastest human in the NFL.
Moving.
170 yards he went for the other day down there in the
A lot of yards.
Thunderdome. No,
In
Superdome.
the Bayou.
Down there in Superdome.
Yeah.
Silverdome, brother.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, Dallas.
How are you, boss?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Hey, sorry we were just complimenting the Commanders the entire time, fresh off a big-time win. I know it's NFC East stuff, and we don't want to put them over too much while you were sitting around waiting, but we appreciate you so much for your time, Dallas. 170 yards. Let's go now. Huh?
Yeah.
Here we go now. How did it feel going into the game? Did you know that you were going to be a big part of the plan? And at what point in that game did you know, like, okay, we're about to have a pretty historic day here down in New Orleans?
Yeah, I knew I was going to be a big part of it with the injuries we had. The game plan looked great, so I was really excited. You see some of those catches. They got me going early and often, which I really like. So it was fun down there. Like you said, I hit a really fast speed. Too bad it was at the end of the game. Otherwise, it would have been higher.
That's right. You were winded. You're running 20.19 miles an hour in the fourth quarter. Nobody's going to talk about that. That's like when I blew .15 at 5 a.m.
Exactly.
Nobody's really talking about that whole thing. Dallas, 20.19 miles an hour whenever you're striding out there. You think you're scoring a touchdown there? Obviously. But as you see this offense start to work, especially after what happened at the end of last year. And I know your 7th year now there. There was a lot of things said about that Eagles team last year, about the offense last year, about with how it's going now, the addition of Saquon. Vibes much higher, I assume, in Philadelphia. And what do you guys need to continue to do, you think, to continue to ascend?
Yeah, vibes are much higher. You know, last year we kind of spiraled out of control, went downhill, and spent the offseason getting it fixed up. Obviously got Saquon, waiting for AJ to get back so our offense can get clicking to the way it always is. But, it's really exciting. We got to continue to just beat the blitz and do things, take care of the football. We've been turning it over too much. And then score points in the red zone. That's big in this league.
Yeah, well, it's a field goal. Just kick some, kickers on. Jake Elliott.
Get points any way we can.
Jake Elliott needs to go talk Sirianni and be like, hey, Sirianni, though, has continued his belief in your offense to be able to pick those things up. And when you don't, he said the blame falls on me. Field goals could be a premium this season. I'm excited to watch Jake continue to work. Let's talk about your story a little bit. You're from South Dakota. You walk on at South Dakota State. Now you're 6'5", running 20.19 miles an hour. Are you a late bloomer? How'd you end up being a walk-on at South Dakota State, in-state guy?
Yeah, I was a little bit of a late bloomer. I always enjoyed playing football. In high school, we just weren't very good. And I joked around with my teammate probably more than I worked out, did things like that. So once I got to college and got on a real program where they had me lifting in the off season, doing stuff like that, I was able to develop fairly fast. And, playing in the Jackrabbits was a ton of fun. Once I hit my growth spurt and got big size, I was the biggest one out there, usually the fastest. So I had a heyday in college and just trying to continue doing that now.
Go big, go blue, go Jack. South Dakota, the home of Dallas Goedert, Adam Vinatieri, and Evil Knievel.
Wow. Oh, yeah.
People forget about old Evil. He used to jump heavy box.
Oh, heavy box, yeah.
He used to jump heavy box. Mm-hmm. He go a long way. You go to Philadelphia. Obviously, that is vastly different than South Dakota State. Philadelphia, the city. That's 1 year after they win a Super Bowl. You get there. Now with the amount of everything that has happened in Philadelphia, how do you feel about your experience as a Philadelphian brother? And what do you think about the city of Philadelphia as a whole?
Oh, I'm taking it all in. It's the best football, best sports city in all of sports, I believe. They accepted me really fast, and it's a blast to play here. The crowd, the fans are passionate. When you have a good game, they love you. When you have a bad game, they let you know about it. But they do a great job of just holding you accountable and making you want to go out there and win for it because the city, I think crime goes down just like anywhere else when we win games. So we got to keep doing that for the city.
Wow, do you know what you did to New Orleans? So,
way to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was specifically you. 20.19 mile an hour.
Yeah.
Let me run this shit right into crime back to this town.
Exactly.
That's what was happening there. You're right, though. Whenever the sports teams are winning, the town is happier and better. That's why what the Philadelphia Flyers have done to Philadelphia for this whole amount of... No, I'm joking. No reason to take a shot at the Flyers. They already take enough shots at themselves every season whenever they get their hopes up. Yeah. And then what's that ratty bastard that comes sliding down the damn thing?
That deranged maniac, Gritty?
Gritty, that entire thing. Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah. You a Flyers fan?
I'm more of a Phillies fan right now. You know, they just locked it up, so really excited for some more postseason ball.
How about that? Because that stadium there for the Phillies goes bananas, right?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
like the best environment.
Crazy.
The best ballpark in playoffs, I think, from watching it. How's Bryce doing? We're playing great. I saw we were spraying champagne last night. This is the year we win it, you think?
Oh, I think so. I was at one of their playoff games a couple years ago, and I think we showed up right when somebody hit an inside the park home run, and then Bryce Harper came and hit like a 3-run home run shortly after, and the place was absolutely electric. It was the coolest sporting event I've ever been to, besides for one I'm playing in.
They eat poop after you win Super Bowls over there. Let's talk about getting back to another one of those. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback. What do you think of his development from last year to this year, from when he was named starter till now? How do you feel about Jalen, and do you think this is going to be his best year? And because there was a time there he got paid, and then he's incredibly handsome, super cool, got paid a lot of money. The haters came out.
They did.
The haters came out. Then last year goes the way it goes. How has Jalen handled it, and what are your thoughts on him as the leader of your team?
Oh, Jalen's the man. You know, he's the same person every day. He's posed, he's confident, he's collected, and all he wants to do is win. So when you have a quarterback like that, you just follow suit, get in line with him, and do whatever he does, because you know at the end of the game he's going to find a way to win. And you know, I think he just got tied Nick Foles for the most game-winning drives in Eagles history. So just knowing when he's out there, he's going to do whatever he can. If he's got to put on the cape and be Superman, he'll do that. Or if, you know, one of us get open, he does a good job of getting us the ball so we can make plays as well.
Jalen's story is awesome. You know, Alabama out there to Oklahoma, now to Philadelphia when Carson Wentz was there, and he becomes a starter, then they ride high. We're going to do this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then there is a little bit of adversity. I like to see him bounce right back. I like that. That's kind of like Jalen Hurts football, it seems like.
Oh, yeah.
Now, speaking of, you know, bouncing back and being around a long time, D-Butch got a question for you.
Yeah, speaking of, and you've been there for 7 years now, you know, moving on, you're in kind of a different era almost, it seems like, at least from the leadership, some of the OGs, Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelsey out of there. Do you feel like you've had to step up differently, I guess, in the leadership role? And how has that been, if you have?
Yeah, with losing those two, I mean, they were there my whole time, incredible leaders, incredible people. I think when they left, it's just kind of been a joint effort of the whole team. You know, bringing Saquon in, he's a tremendous leader. He does a great job of, you know, instilling confidence in other people. When you see him running the ball the way he does, it just gives a whole electrifying feeling to the offense. The offensive line loves a guy like that. And then, you know, the offensive line, we got Lane Johnson, Jordan Mailata, who's been there for a while. They do a good job of doing it too. And then our young defense, you know, it's fun to see Jalen Carter out there as passionate as he is when he's playing the way he is.
Yeah, well, he was going to beat the hell out of us. I mean, there was
anybody. I don't know who would have the nerve to step up to him, man. He's a big dude. Fast. I mean, he's just incredible. So just the people we got to keep everybody together, and I think we'll be great.
Just going to make sure to clarify what you almost said there. You're going to say fast, big dude and fast, not big dude and fat.
Right.
Yeah, because there would be
fast. I mean, this dude moves like a running back at 360 pounds. It's crazy.
Yeah, he is electrifying down there.
Wrecked the game. He was the best player in the league last week.
Whenever he wants to be, it feels like.
Yeah.
And that's like a part of it, I guess, being young. And I guess whenever people say whenever you want to be, there's a lot of things in there, you know, that kind of get added into that, especially who you're playing against. But yeah, he is unbelievable. Good for him. Hey, good for you, Eagles. Having him on your team, that's a good guy to have on your squad. So big, so fast, so strong, and feels like Philadelphia's the perfect city for him. I will say the New Orleans people that were trying to fight him, that was an interesting.
Bold.
That is a bold
That's
play.
Whistle guy, though. Whistle guy, you know, he's going to do his thing.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if that's going to get you guys a dub down New Orleans, though, you'll take it. People have been, you know, pretty negative still, even after a big-time win to one particular Italian. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Dallas, you mentioned how Philly fans, you know, love you when you win, hate you when you lose. People are not happy with Coach Sirianni, like Pat mentioned, you know, not kicking field goals, and even yesterday, you know, calling for his head after you guys win on Sunday. But what is he like on a day-to-day basis? We love him on the show. We've had him on before. He seems like an awesome guy, but I think that is a knock that a lot of people out there also say. It's like, well, he's not running the defense, he's not running the offense, but what is he like on a day-to-day basis?
He's incredible. He's the same person every day. He brings energy. He wants the most and gets the most out of all the players. You know, it's always tough to be a coach in Philadelphia. Even when you win, they want your head and don't think you're doing the right thing. But we got all the faith in Sirianni. He's got all the faith in us, which is really cool, and that's why he goes for it on fourth down so much, because he trusts his players and we trust him. And I think more so than the calls that he makes, we got to execute better as players and make sure we're able to get the job done in him, because, like I said, he trusts us, and that makes you feel good as a player when the coach has that much faith in his guys.
Take me inside a team meeting with Nick Sirianni, because he just quoted a Little League coach yesterday.
Coach Dan.
Coach Dan, Little League coach for his son, had a quote, "So what, not what?"
Yep.
And that is kind of how I thought. Is he a storyteller? Is he dropping gems of quotes in these team meetings? What is his style in these team meetings?
Oh, he's got a little bit of everything. He'll take movie quotes. He'll talk to. We had one. It was Fireman Tony, a guy that he met at one of his son's baseball game, I think, and he asked him questions and was able to relate it to the team meeting that week. And I think Kelsey even broke down the post game speech to Fireman Tony. So he does a good job of just being able to relate with the players and keep it lighthearted and serious at the same time.
Fireman Tony was certainly going to be an Italian man that was going to be recognized by Nick Sirianni. Yep. Let's talk about another Italian man running shop over there. Tone's got a question for you.
Yeah, Dallas. Big Dom has got a ton of titles. I believe he's senior advisor to the GM, chief security officer, game day coaching operations.
The Paisan.
King Italian.
Big pasta, they're saying.
Big pasta. When the season didn't go your guys' way, the end of last season, it could have been directly correlated to Big Dom not being on the field. What does Big Dom mean to the Philadelphia Eagles?
Oh, Big Dom's a super important piece. He does everything. Whatever we need, anything we need, he gets it done. And at the same time, he's out there. He's probably the biggest celebrity in Philadelphia. You see him in there taking pictures with the fans, signing autographs.
They're saying he's finding the camera. Like Dallas, I don't know if Big Dom has heard this. They're saying he's been looking for the camera. People on the internet are saying that, Dallas.
I see him sneaking behind Sirianni. He's always close. He's trying to get his camera time. He looks good on there, too.
You're damn right. Big Dom was... he took the world by storm there whenever that San Francisco 49ers situation happened. And I think, if you listen to Jason Kelsey's retirement speech, I think he was the third person he thanked from the Philadelphia Eagles organization. Big Dom, man. Mm-hmm. And he broke down. We're like, who is this guy? You start doing some research. He does everything over there? Is that he's just vibes guy? He does everything for the Philadelphia Eagles? Always has, always will?
Since I've been there, even before, always has, always will. Obviously, he's great at his job and keeps us out of trouble, make sure we're always doing the right thing. And, he hooks it up for us, that's for sure.
Shout out to Big Dom.
Good sweatsuits, too.
Great sweatsuits.
Always clean.
You're talking about the South Philly tuxedo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. He's the man. Big Dom, way to go, pal.
Love you, Dom.
Big Dom. Need to get Big Dom another Super Bowl ring.
Yes. For
sure. Big Dom needs to be walking those streets with another ring. 2 pinky Super Bowl rings. Oh, holy shit. I know Big Dom's not drawing up every play, only some of them. There's somebody else that's been brought in town to do that. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Dallas, how's Kellen Moore been? Obviously, I think it's your third OC in 3 years, which is obviously a testament to how good the offense has been because those coaches have gotten jobs elsewhere. But how has he been in the building and kind of making that offense even better for you guys?
He's been really good. He's been fun to get to know, spend time with. I've liked what he's done in the past. He's been able to get the tight end the ball a lot. We were able to show that last week, and I'm looking to grow with him, kind of understand more his flow of the game, how he starts calling stuff. It's still early with us, and I expect all of us to kind of get on the same page and just continue to elevate the way we've been playing. But he's been great for us, and I think he's an incredible coordinator.
Can he still spin it? Does he spin it in practice?
Oh, he can still spin it. He's got a good arm. Puts the ball where he needs to be. It's fun having a quarterback as the offensive coordinator, just because they can play around with that a little bit more.
Obviously, you guys got the big win, so that's better. How's the trip to Brazil? Obviously, there was a lot of chatter.
Field stunk.
A lot of chatter about it. We watched it. That was the big takeaway. Seemed to be passionate fans. Seemed to be well liked. But what was it like? What was the experience like?
It was really cool. The plane ride was long both ways, but when we got there, going to the stadium, like you guys said, the fans were electric in the stadium. The field wasn't the best, but that's what you would kind of expect playing on a soccer field. We were able to get the win. That made the flight home better. But just the culture there, the fans there, how passionate they were. It was cool pregame looking around the stands and just spotting jerseys. It didn't matter what team, not all of them were Eagles fans or Packers fans. So just seeing how many Peyton Manning jerseys we could find of different teams or the Tom Brady's, all those things were pretty cool. Just scouting the stands and how passionate they are and how much they care about the NFL.
It's like a celebration of American sports. When we went over to England in the London game, it was just like American sports jerseys everywhere. Like, obviously, there was Jaguars jerseys, there was Colts jerseys, but there was just America sports, and like it becomes like a sports celebration, all of these games. I think the NFL has it right.